We stayed in Hillsborough River State Park in September of 2025.
Good morning. We're at Hillsborough River State Park, which is near Tampa, Florida. We pulled in last night. We're in Site 106, which happened to be a pull-through. Didn't really realize that when I made the reservations. So for our little trailer, it's a big site. As you can see, we've got plenty of space. You could put a very large rig in here. So again, it's a huge site, especially when you consider that the trailer's not very large. But we're all set up to enjoy the weekend. Awning's out. Isn't that a marvelous looking awning? Never thought it could be so pretty. We got the barbecue and the Blackstone hooked up. All of the campsites in this campground have power and water. This particular site has both 15, 30, and 50 amp service, which makes it really handy.
After setting up our campsite, we decided to check out the trails that were over by the river. There were a couple we really wanted to try out. The Rapids Trail, 1.2 miles and designated as an easy hike, and the Baynard Trail, 1.1 miles and also designated as an easy hike. But access to the Baynard Trail was cut off because the stationary bridge was extensively damaged during Hurricane Irma and has not been repaired. Also, access to the Baynard Trail at the suspension bridge was also blocked off due to damage from Hurricane Milton. So the Baynard Trail was temporarily closed. So as you can see on the map of the trail, we've highlighted in blue the route we took on the Rapids Trail. We went as far as we could until it closed off, then turned around and walked back to our starting point, which is at parking lot number 4. Later in the afternoon, we went back to parking lot number 2 and followed the Rapids Trail from that point to where the trail was closed off.
This is one of the the start of one of the hiking trails here at Hillsborough. We're going to head down towards the suspension bridge. So we're right above the Hillsborough River. You can see it over there a little bit. This is where the kayaks and canoe rental area is. The launch is right over here, down this pathway here. You can launch right into the river there ahead. On this building right here, I don't know if you can read the sign on it or not, but at the top of this little lean-to, it flooded in 1988 and the water level was all the way to the top, the peak of the roof here, which would be about 12 feet. So here's the river itself, the Hillsborough River. So this is the bridge that goes across the river. It's currently closed awaiting repairs. It was damaged during the Hurricane Irma. So, and it's in pretty rough shape right now. So it's going to take a complete rebuild. Has an elevator down to the river though, you can see that.
Look at all the cypress. See all the cypress stumps, or whatever they call them, roots?
Uh-huh.
So this gets a lot of water.
Oh yeah.
a pretty easy hike for us novices. Look at those. Wow. I bet the water's low.
Looks like it.
I bet it all comes way up here. On.
Another look out over the river.
You just almost walked right off the edge.
Yeah. And if you're a daring soul, you could go out on this tree here and get a closer view. I'd be in the water.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that daring.
And here we are at the suspension bridge. Let's go check her out. Here we are looking downriver. And of course looking upriver. And it looks like our trip is over with. It's restricted ahead. So, the end. Yoda's not too sure what to think of these suspension bridges. They move, so I'm not sure Denise is too thrilled with them.
I'm just thinking about these boards underneath my feet.
The trails that are open are well maintained and clear, wide. See bicycles on them. As you can see, we're basically following the river right now. Big old tree sitting there. Another overlook on the river. River veers to the left at this location. I don't know if you can see it in the water, but it started raining. You can see the drops hitting the river. But it's still plenty warm. We've reached the end of the line for this trail. It's closed off at the bridge going across.
As you can tell by looking at the river, it is raining in earnest now, and there's thunder in the background. We did not quite make it to the end of our hike before the weather came in. We were about 2/3 through, so I think we're going to get a little wet. Oh, did you hear that? Told you there was thunder.
Here's some of the picnic day use areas. So this building is where you can rent kayaks and bicycles and what have you. There's also a cafe and gift shop, but it's currently closed. Well, we made it back to the truck. We're soaking wet. It's legitimately raining. We've heard thunder and lightning off in the distance. Yoda didn't seem to mind. And Denise is...
It's wet, but I can see it on my glasses now, so everything's good.
Yeah. So, but it was still a good hike. I'm not sure how far we went, but...
Well, we did not get to the rapids because they were closed off, so I'm hoping that tomorrow...
A lot of the trail was closed.
We have 1.5 miles.
So a mile and a half, so good morning.
Yep.
Now it's time to go back, have some water and get hydrated and maybe a little snack. So,
yep.
Talk at you later. Okay, the rain has stopped. We're doing another little walk. This is the River Rapids Trail. We're not sure how far we'll get on it, but we'll give it a shot. It's a little warmer this afternoon. The humidity's up, thanks to all of our darling rain. So, again, nice wide trail, level. No bicycles are allowed though. Alright, we're back to the truck after our second walk. This one was short and sweet, maybe half mile if that. Most of the trail has been blocked from storm damage and cleanup and what have you, but we saw the rapids, saw a gator. Even Yoda survived this one.
Due to technical difficulties that we are unable to explain, we don't seem to have any video for Loop 2 and 3 of the campground. But what we are showing you here is Loop 1, which are campsites 82 through 114. The roads in the campground are gravel and are in pretty good shape, except for a few bumps here and there. It's really tight through here too, but by the time you get down to the bottom of the loop, it's not so bad. Part of the reason why I think these look tight is because we have a lot of cars and tents. Could be multi-families or multi-drivers in one site. Some of the campsites were spacious like our site and weren't very close to neighbors. See, there's a tall shelf. There are quite a few trees throughout the park. I don't know how this might interfere with any satellite reception. But we have Spectrum cellular service and have consistently had 3 bars right here in our campsite. We have a neighbor now. Having spent a great day exploring and hiking, it's now time to settle in and enjoy some of Mark's fabulous cooking.
Okay, we're at the interpretive center here at the campground. All of these older buildings were done by the Civilian Conservation Corps about 80 years ago, which composed the structures throughout the campground. The administrative building over there. This is one of the displays they have open. It, of course, dates back to the Civil War. The fort that was here was dated 1835 through, I believe, 1841, 42, somewhere in there. Bayonet, flintlock parts, Seminole Indian pot. There's a little model of, obviously not to scale, of the fort. Uniform.
Fort Foster and the bridge it protected have been authentically reconstructed on the original site by the Division of Recreation and Parks. On special weekends, the fort is garrisoned by soldiers in the United States Army and militia representative of the Second Seminole War era.
This is the men's restroom. You have an area where you can wash your dishes, as well as washers and dryers. It's $3 a load. You can also pay through an app on your phone.
So here's the question. Would we come back to camp at Hillsborough River State Park? Absolutely. There's too much left to do. There are several hiking trails that we would love to try out, but 3 of the 5 were closed due to damage from multiple storms. Once they repair and open up these areas, I would love to come back and try the Baynard and Seminole trails and be able to cross the stationary and suspension bridges. Here's a cost breakdown for our weekend here. State parks in Florida are easy on the budget. We paid $6.70 for a reservation fee, $24 per night, $7 per night for utility fee, and $1 donation. Adding in $8.37 for sales tax, our total cost was $78.07. We so enjoyed our weekend here, and it's definitely on the list to come back. Thank you so much for joining us on our exploration of Hillsborough River State Park. And remember, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a big thumbs up and maybe even hit that subscribe button. And if you ring the bell, you'll get notified every time we add something new to our channel. Goodbye now, and happy camping.